If any part of your area is underneath the x-axis, the input axis, you have to consider that area negative and subtract it away from the total. So if I was going to evaluate this definite integral, it says find the area under or between f of x and the x-axis between x value -1 and the x value +4. I have to notice that right here, a graph changes from above to below. So I'm going to find the area of this trapezoid and consider that area positive. So I'm just going to make myself a little note here. The area of that trapezoid, the distance across the top is 1, plus the distance across the bottom is 1, 2, 3. I find the average of the parallel sides and multiply by the height, the distance across the other direction, which is 2. So the blue trapezoid has an area of 4. This little shape down here also happens to be a trapezoid. So I'm going to make myself a little note here. So that's the top base is 2, the bottom base is 1. Take the average of the bases, multiply by the distance across the other direction. In this case, that's 1 space. So that's 3/2. So to find this integral, the integral from -1 to 4 of f of x dx is going to equal the positive for that positive area. Whoops, I hope I said 3/2. This is definitely 3/2. Minus the area that's underneath the x-axis, so 3/2. That's my final answer. 4 minus 3/2. You could simplify that or not simplify that. Since a definite integral is just a way to express the area underneath a curve, if we have an integrand that is a constant, so a number with no variable, then our function we're finding the area under is horizontal. And when we consider the area we're finding, it's going to be the area of a rectangle. That makes it easy to evaluate the integral of a constant. Think of it as the distance across the width of the rectangle, which is going to be the difference between the upper and lower limit, multiplied by the height of the rectangle, which is going to be your integrand. So if I have this example here, the integral from -2 to 1 of 5, I go draw myself a picture. Imagine this function y equals 5, and I need the area between -1 and, -2 and +1. Think of the width of that rectangle is 3, the height of that rectangle 3 times 5. The height of the rectangle is 5, so area 3 times 5, 15. Here, we can use this little formula in case you want to think about it like that. You don't have to. The width of my rectangle is going to be square root of 18 minus square root of 2. I'm going to multiply that whole expression by the height of my rectangle, which is radical 2. So that's going to be square root of 36 minus square root of 4. That I've distributed the square root of 2, which makes 6 minus 2. Final answer, 4.